Hey guys, Richard here for the School of Nomads. So in this video I want to talk to you about a product called Krowd. Now in a nutshell, Krowd is a way that you can mimic existing pins in Pinterest and then design your own and then upload them back onto Pinterest. So this 320 million per month traffic source, which they don't actually tell you about anywhere on the actual sales page, is actually Pinterest. Now I'm going to go through this product for you. I'll give you some of my experience having got an account on Pinterest. And then if you stick around, I'm going to show you other ways to do the same thing that they're doing here completely for free. So Krowd is due to be released on Thursday, 30th of July at 11 AM Eastern. It comes from Venkata Romana, Mark Bishop and Al Cheeseman, and it comes off the Warrior Plus network. So as usual guys, I'll take you through the product, we'll have a look at the members area, we'll have a look at the sales page, I'll go through the upgrades with you, I'll talk to you about what's good about the product and what's not so good about the product, and then I'll kind of give you my summary. And as I always say guys, these reviews are based on my own opinion, having spent many years online buying software just like this one. And the idea of the reviews is that you can have more information so that you can make a better decision before you go ahead and buy any kind of software online. So just before we start guys, my name is Richard Darby, this is the School of Nomads. If you haven't been over to this channel before, please go ahead and hit the subscribe and notification bell, and I'll let you know whenever I publish new videos. And guys, if you're looking to start a long-term sustainable business online, go ahead and check out my #1 recommendation. You'll find the link in the description below and on the pinned comment, and I'll take you through the whole process step by step. Kind of have a look at the overall headlines on the sales page. You get instant access to 2020's biggest free traffic source. I'm going to talk about all these afterwards. The Krowd unlocks targeted buyer traffic in 3 simple steps for free. It's cloud-based software. It works on any device from anywhere. They have an emulation system, which is a fancy way of saying you can copy other people's pins that are successful. It works in every niche. Training and support is included, is 100% newbie friendly, there are no additional costs, and there's a low monthly subscription, so you pay once and you get ongoing access. So in other words, there's no monthly subscription. So what we'll do is we'll jump straight over to the members area and I'll show you around. So here I am over on the Krowd dashboard. Now this is a super simple members area. Now this is cloud-based application. You have a dashboard area here, which is basically where all your campaigns are. You have this Krowd traffic here, which is a theme that you download. Now there's no training for this actual theme, but a theme isn't going to get you traffic, right? But there is a theme that you download and upload into your own site. Now you have a level of access here. So on this particular one, I've got Krowd Core and Krowd Control. So when I go through the upgrades, and I am going to leave quite a lot of detail about the upgrades in the description below if you are interested in getting this, and there is a lot of detail there about the various functions that each one gives you. You'll be able to see that down there. So here's the actual access that I've got, just so you see what I'm actually reviewing. And then you've got the support piece here where you can go ahead and ask questions, and then in this particular function there's an overview video, and there's a how to create a campaign video, and then there's a how to edit an image video, and these are all super simple to do. And in essence what you're going to do here when I go on to actually make one is you're going to go ahead and via keywords go into Pinterest and find pins, and then the idea is that you would look at those pins and copy the design of those pins and then upload them to your own Pinterest account. So let's jump over to the dashboard and actually show you one of these. So ignore all of these that are already on there. I'll go and create a campaign. I'm just going to call it test 13, press submit. Now I'm just going to do any kind of niche here, so let's just do this aquarium fish. I don't know why I picked that one, but there you go. Now what you'll have here then is you'll have a bunch of these pins. It's gone off and found from Pinterest, right? Now some good things about this, and some things that are kind of cool, is that it will go ahead and drag these pins out for you and also show you how many times they've been liked and repinned. So that is a good little bit of data if you're into Pinterest, because it's sometimes hard to see what kind of pins are popular. So that's a bit of a positive for me on this. Kind of unusually sometimes, but there you are. That's a bit of a positive. But what you would do then is just come through here and you kind of look at what kind of pins are appealing to me and really getting the most traction. So what you would do here, you would go ahead and say, right, I like the look of this one. Obviously you may want to niche down here, because if I've got a site around a tropical fish or whatever, it might be a certain type of tropical fish, but let's just say it's general. I like that one, I like that one, and I like this one. So what do I like about this one? I might like the title, I might like the fact this is designed well, I might like the pictures. So they're my three that I actually like, and they're going to be my inspirations, and that's what this has allowed me to do. So then if I go on to next, what it will now allow me to do is actually build one of these actual pins within the editor here. So what I can do here is there's a couple of things I can do. I can look at my inspirations and use that and actually copy this pin. Okay, so how do I do that? What I need to do is come back and I can actually search images that relate to this particular pin. Now what the system has already done for me is it's already gone off and searched a number of tropical fish images. So that one's quite a nice one. Let me just move this up. So the editor itself obviously allows me to do various things with this text. Same usually these types of editors do. You can change the font, change the color, all sorts of different things on here that allow me to kind of adjust this to suit this particular inspiration. So again, I can come here and I can have a look at how this title looks, and theoretically I come over here and I start adjusting this for the title. Okay, so they have actually got a warning there that this is a copyright issue, so you can't just suddenly copy and paste this pin over. You've got to be very careful about how you go ahead and copy these. So these are for inspiration only. So again, you're kind of not exactly copying the exact pin. Okay, it's just to give you an idea. Now the other things, obviously, when you're looking at things like pins, is the sites that have these pins could be huge Pinterest sites or have websites connected to Pinterest that are equally popular. So just because you copy a pin and load it up to Pinterest, do not expect floods of traffic like they're saying to you. And I'm going to show you my Pinterest account as an example. And now in the actual version they show you in the demo, you can also search for quotes and add quotes, popular quotes, to these particular pins as well. Now it looks like in this version, on the JV version, that doesn't exist, but essentially it's an additional search function here that allows you to go off and find various quotes that are online, and you can copy and paste them in as well. So that's kind of what you do as far as copying the actual pin. Then you would just go ahead and save the image and then publish it. And then you need to add a description here with some keywords, obviously, because you need somebody else to be able to find your particular pin. And then you add your destination link. Now the way Pinterest works, if you are a complete newbie, is that if somebody clicks on your pin, they can then be sent back off to a website that you've already linked to that particular pin. So it's a good way to get people to a website in theory. Okay, so that's how you would do it. You would just end up putting your description, your link, and your post, and then that would go off to Pinterest. Now here's my own account, just to show you what kind of things would look like in Pinterest. Now you can see this is my account. I got about 5,000 unique monthly visitors, which sounds a lot, but it really isn't, right? Because Pinterest is a big platform. There is 320 million users. And once I start using this regularly, if I start pinning regularly and following other people and building up an audience on Pinterest, I can usually get that up to about 20,000 monthly unique viewers. But you still don't get that much traffic from it. Believe me, you don't get floods of traffic from Pinterest. You get the odd person clicking, but you don't get that much traffic. Now, all of my reviews I usually load up to Pinterest, and you can see I get the odd view here and there, 6, 7, 11. This isn't my main traffic source. Obviously, my main traffic source is YouTube. Some of them get bigger ones, 18 views there, 21 views there. Again, none of these that are exciting. If I just scroll down slightly, that Krowd one had 52 views. If I just scroll down slightly, I can show you where I've had some bigger views. So you can see here I've had some pins that are a little bit more successful. You got this Keep It Simple Stupid pin, 270 plays, and interestingly the video ones that they don't actually provide on here, it's a big gap in Krowd. They don't allow you to do video pins. I'm going to show you somewhere you can, because video pins are really good these days. They're kind of the modern thing and they get a lot of traction. So there's another pin here, 321 views. This one here, 946 plays. And again, if I click on any of these, I end up back at here, and then I can go ahead and if I click on this again, I would end up back on my site, which is one of my products that I promote. Okay, so there's lots of different ways that you can go ahead and use Pinterest to drive traffic. But one warning I will give you, and the reason I'm not a big fan of this product in particular, is that it's promising too much. The reality of Pinterest is you need to be very, very consistent and work quite hard to get any kind of traffic from Pinterest. Because you see here, even I've got 1,124 pins on Pinterest, and I still don't get that much traffic from it. And I would never describe it as floods and floods of traffic. So potentially Pinterest, if you work really hard at it, is a good traffic source for you. But you've got to spend months and months building it up. This isn't something that you're going to suddenly grab this software and suddenly drive loads and loads of traffic back to your offers. I just use it as a kind of add-on to what I'm doing, and it gives me the odd person here or there that comes through and has a look. So that's really being very truthful with you and giving you my experience as far as Pinterest is concerned. Now, the other thing I can kind of show you here is a way that you can do this completely for free, because at the end of the day, all it's doing is going ahead and looking at Pinterest for ideas. So if I was to come along here and search for the same kind of thing, like, what was it? Let's go and grab aquarium fish for beginners, and then I look at that in Pinterest. You'll see that a lot of the same pins will start showing up, and you can get inspiration like this. The only add-on that I do like about the other software, in fairness, is it does give you that like and repin number at the bottom. It's probably the best thing about the software, to be honest, is that it gives you that additional bit of information rather than just give you good ideas for pins that are popular. So let me show you some way you can do this for free, right? Number one, you can come over here and do aquarium fish for beginners and just have a look here at some of these pins to get some inspiration. And then you can come across here to Canva, go to Pinterest pin, and here you actually have a much better editor than you have in the software I just saw. You can put all sorts of photos in here, all sorts of elements, all sorts of text, all sorts of music, really nice videos. There's lots of different videos you can add here. You can also upload your own videos, you can upload your own photos, and then you just go ahead and you publish this to Pinterest. Same way, you go ahead and you can download it, you can share it to your Facebook page, Facebook groups, share the link itself, or you can publish it directly to Pinterest, and it will open up in Pinterest, and there you go. You'll have exactly the same functionality completely for free. And again, all I need you to do is click between the two just to see that inspiration again and come along and copy it. So to me, guys, it's something that sounds really good on the sales page, but at the end of the day isn't really needed. So I just jumped over to the sales page. Again, 320 million users a month, but again, with any social media, you really need a following before people will start really coming over to your site and engaging with a lot of the stuff that you do. And a lot of people on things like Pinterest use applications like Tailwind to regularly pin, because it's one of those platforms, a little bit like TikTok is. You need to be regularly uploading content for the algorithm to really start recognizing your content, which is why when I start concentrating on Pinterest, my unique views will go up double, treble very quickly. It's very notable on things like Pinterest how quickly your unique views will go up if you start regularly pinning. But again, that comes with a lot of time, and I don't think the traffic you actually get back from it is actually worth it. It's like Facebook. There could be 2 billion people on Facebook. If you post something on Facebook right now, I bet 2 billion people don't come along and watch it. So it's the same kind of thing. At the end of the day, this is $17. If you wanted it for a very basic Pinterest type editor, then $17 might be worth it to you. I would just avoid some of the OTOs, but $17 might be okay. Data, completely random data there, not quite sure what that is. You extract and you emulate. So basically, the extract function is okay. As far as emulating, you have to use your own images and your own text and stuff. So it's just giving you an idea. And it is free traffic, so no real qualms with that. No idea where this money comes from. Again, no idea where this money comes from, but it is income derived from free traffic, screen capture taken from Mark Bishop's account. So Mark is a very, very successful marketer. He sells a lot of products and he obviously earns a lot of money. So this has got no relation to Pinterest. He's getting all that from actually selling his products. So again, another random money amount. The problem with the sales page that I said that earlier in the review, is that nowhere on here does it say it's Pinterest. It's like some secret application. They do this a lot. It's like they've come up with some secret way of making money, and it's just Pinterest. Just have a quick look at the value. Apparently this is a combined value of $2,000. You can grab it today for $17, so it could be a bargain for you. And there's zero risk, 30-day money back guarantee, and they'll give you money back with no real issues. So, you know, the guarantee is good. And again, $17 for something that you can create pins with very quickly. Might be worth it. Just don't expect to have tons of traffic from this, please. So guys, here are the upgrades. The front end is $17. The Krowd Control is $67. Krowd Stampede is $37. Krowd Instant Traffic is $97. Apparently there's a pixel added to their sales pages. That's a very common thing now. But if you're a newbie and you don't know what to do with Facebook advertising, it's not a lot good to you. Krowd Agency is $47, which is the reseller package. And Krowd 7-day to 1K is $197. And again, guys, there's such a lot of information about these upgrades that if this is something that did interest you, I will leave them in the description just so you can check them out. So guys, the pros, what's good? The software works. It does collect the pin data, which I think is quite cool. Easy enough to use. Training's fine. And you got that 30-day guarantee. The cons, the traffic, there's no examples of anybody getting traffic in any kind of demo on this. And as I said, with my own experience, take that for what you want. You get very little traffic from Pinterest unless you really concentrate on putting the content there on a regular basis. I'm talking 10-20 times a day, joining different groups, following people on a regular basis. You have to work really hard at Pinterest to start getting good traffic from it. You need a following to gain real traction on Pinterest. Not needed. Use Pinterest and Canva. So guys, if you really wanted to do this, just go to Canva now and make a pin and pin it. Sales page is very misleading, mainly around the financial stuff. Again, it's nonsense. You're not correlating the finances that a product like this actually earns. You're just throwing random financial figures in there that are nothing to do with this actual method. So it's always misleading. Value claims are nonsense. And what is your real business here? Because you need a bit more of a connection. If this is ideal for newbies, you need to understand, from my pin, what do I do? The idea is from your pin, you would go to a landing page and capture people's email addresses and then send them on to an offer you think they would be interested in. And then you re-market to them via email. You provide them value, you provide them various other pieces of information, and then get them back to the sales page occasionally to see if they're still interested. There's a lot around this. Just putting an odd pin on Pinterest is going to get you nowhere. And if you direct link from Pinterest to a product, again, you're not going to get any success. The traffic is too cold, and that means that people aren't interested. They might be just tapping your pin because they like the look of your pin, but you'll send them off to some random offer and they're not going to be buying. So guys, I'm going to give this a 3 out of 10, mainly because the whole thing is built around getting loads and loads of traffic, and I don't believe it will. Kind of a shiny object, and the traffic solution is not going to give you as much traffic as you think it is based on the sales page. But again, guys, that's totally my opinion. If you want to go ahead and give this a try, $17 isn't that much. Just don't expect it to get you much traffic, and feel free to go ahead and look at the other reviews and grab some bonuses at the same time. I'm not going to promote this just because I don't believe in this product. But again, you can take that information and you can decide what you want to do with it. So guys, thanks very much for watching. My name is Richard Darby. This is the School of Nomads. If you haven't been over to this channel before, please go ahead and take the time to hit the subscribe and notification bell, and I'll let you know whenever I produce new videos. And guys, if you are looking for a real long-term sustainable business online, do not forget to check out the link in the description below over to the School of Nomads, and I'll give you a free resource that takes you through the whole process step by step. Until next time, guys, take care.